guys, this is Allie Colleen. Thanks for hanging with us on Rock On Radio.
Yo.
Hello.
We are here.
We are.
We are heavy on Trenton, man. Mm-hmm. Heavy.
Speak for yourself.
Wow. It continues.
I'm telling you.
You started it. I don't want to hear it.
At least you said Trenton right.
Correct. Actually, yes. You know, the very first Rock On Radio show, April 9th, or April 26, 2009. I was on AM radio then, so it was terrestrial radio, and I get on the radio and I said, and from Trenton, New Jersey, and my mother happened to be listening, and next thing I know, I'm getting a text message. And she's
Where are
like,
you from?
she's like, where are you from, son? What's this Trenton stuff? I was chastised by my mother.
As you should.
Imagine that.
That's like saying you're going to Louisville when you're going to Louisville, Kentucky.
Yes, correct. Welcome to Rock On Radio. I am Danny Coleman. Producer Claire is here.
Strike three.
Our social media maven Madison is here.
Yes.
How are you, Madison?
I'm good. I'm a little sleepy today. I don't know why. I'm sick of the cold, I think. I need a defrost, you know?
Whoa.
She's
Need to thaw out a little bit?
Yeah.
frozen.
Yeah, seriously.
I see. Maybe you just missed coming to the show because, they're only once a week.
That's true. Yeah, maybe I was going through withdrawal.
Yes.
It's possible.
See, you're going through with thaw. That's
Yeah.
exactly correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
totally. Oh, Bruce gave me candy for our...
Munchies for Madison.
He won.
So Bruce went. I forgot to go to my PO. I've been a little busy.
Yeah, you have been.
Been a little busy. I have a very sick relative, so much of my time is spent. Take three. Yeah, so that's why I've been busy. And now you're munching on Pepperidge Farm cookies.
She only weighs 103 pounds.
Well, that's true. I do. I have
Light
a
is
femur
better.
that weighs more than Madison, I think.
I work out to cancel it all out, so it's fine. I can have
Do you? Do you
10
go
to 20 cookies.
Do you go to the gym?
As long as I just go to the gym. Yeah.
She's only 23.
It's all math.
20.
Exactly.
Simple math.
What gym do you attend?
Planet Fitness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You actually do go, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I go like...
You don't just sit in the
couple
parking lot and
times a
eat
week.
cookies. You
No,
actually go in, right?
sometimes. Sometimes it takes me like 20 minutes to work up the courage to go in. I'll have a little snack, and then I'm like, all right, now I got to go in.
Well, there you go. So, well, tonight we have a. I can tell you this; it will be interesting
Yes, it will.
because I've decided to take Frank on as my new medical doctor with his advice. And we'll talk about that in a second. But Rock On Radio is brought to you by O'Connor's American Bar and Grill of East Hampton, Mount Holly, New Jersey. They are the official caterers of Rock On Radio. Lillipie's of Princeton, the official dessert providers of Rock On Radio, are located inside the Princeton Shopping Center at 301 North Harrison Street in Princeton. Lillipie's of Princeton. Phoenix Art Supply and Framing, located on Route 611, otherwise known as Southeastern Road in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Jenny Schaefer has been providing quality art supplies and framework to Doylestown and beyond for more than 41 years. New Jersey Stage. Go to newjerseystage.com for the finest in arts and entertainment in the entire state of New Jersey and beyond. Asbury Park Vibes, asburyparkvibes.com. If you are a realtor in need of headshots, a band that needs photos for your website or of your live performances, video, contact Diane or Doug at AsburyParkVibes.com. They have a staff of approximately 10 to 15 photographers who will be more than happy to come out and shoot your band. And take pictures, too.
Don't shoot me. I'm only a piano player.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
it.
thinking that myself.
It's one of my favorite quotes. You know that? When they raid the cat house, they take the piano player, too. So I'm guilty by association. Yeah, okay. Asbury Park Vibes. Diane and Doug are fantastic people. Go there once again. They also do press releases, band bios, that sort of thing for websites. AsburyParkVibes.com. The Jersey Shore Jazz and Blues Foundation, JSJBF.org. I heard from Mr. Baldino just this morning, the president.
Nice.
We have been drafted once again to MC the Jazz and Blues Festival in Long Branch on August 29th. A little late this year. Pretty close to
You know why?
to Labor Day.
Well, Labor Day is the latest it's going to be.
Yeah, it's another
It's
week.
the 7th, yeah.
Yeah. So, but
It's the
still,
week before Labor Day.
we are laborious.
As long as it's not boring.
Hmm.
We're good.
Well, I've been accused of that too.
Labor.
Jersey Shore Jazz and Blues Foundation. I saw something that Springsteen Archives is supposed to open on June 7th.
Oh, yeah? Okay. I sat on a plane with somebody whose company designed that.
Oh, yeah?
The Art Guild.
How was the flight?
That flight?
Yeah.
It was a little bumpy.
Well, that's because you sat on the plane instead of in the plane.
I thought it was funny.
I'm glad you did, Frank. Thank you very much.
We're bringing Frank back. He laughs at your jokes.
That's right. Frank will be my.
Jester.
That's right. We'll bring him in for turntables.
Oh, that's right.
Madison, what are you going to do for turntables? Are you going to be the? Are you going to be the engineer, or are you going to be the interviewer? Somehow,
Probably whichever one's easier.
somehow, I think Claire and I are going to be the engineer,
Yeah, that sounds good.
or Claire's
You
going to
guys
be the
can do all the
engineer
hard
while
stuff.
we get interviewed.
I like to just kick back and talk, wing it.
See, I would rather, I don't know what I would do if I wasn't doing something. You can't interview me if I'm not,
Eat cookies.
busy.
You take Madison's place. You eat cookies
Oh, great.
and DoorDash pizza,
All right, one time.
and I'll take Bruce's
One time.
place. I'll sit in
Behind
that
the
chair,
desk.
and then when everybody gets here, I'll leave.
All right, good plan, guys. Good plan. Looking forward to it.
All right, we got it. We got it down. We got it set. Oh, we are just. Whose idea was that? Bruce's.
Yeah.
Yep.
I came
Or
up with the
yours.
name, though.
Yes.
Bruce and Madison want to interview Claire and I on a future Rock on Radio.
And I called it Turntables. Because the tables turned.
Yeah,
Good
and
idea.
we cannot be held responsible. The opinions
Well, since
are
it's
that of
called
the host and the
turntables.
host only.
Should I bring my DJ board and do a DJ set too? That can be the music of the show. That'd be
That's it.
fun.
Good.
I don't
Scratch
wanna carry
away.
all that. It's so heavy, dude. The board is so big. I would not want to carry that all the way here.
That's the reason why you work out.
That's true. I'm working towards it. One day I'll be able to carry my own DJ board.
All those cookies.
Back in the day, my hardware case used to weigh 110 pounds. Right,
Oh,
Tom?
my
You don't have to-
I remember as well.
Ain't nothing like carrying a B3 though.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah, no
man.
thank you.
Off a flight of steps.
All 1,000 pounds or whatever they are. I did a gig at a place in Farmingdale called what's that? Our House, I guess it is, right?
Our
In
House,
Farmingdale.
Yep.
And I did percussion, and the guy had a B3 that he brought to the gig. And it's a flat. There were no steps involved. It still took 3 of us to get it into his car. I was like, wow.
Man.
All right, so where were we? Oh, Dee Dee's Lights. Dee Dee is the official light provider of Rock On Radio. She makes all the candles that go in our charitable donations and gifts, gift bags, and that sort of thing. Go to deedeslights.com. We have sandalwood and, text the other one, begins with an L.
I don't know. It's a
Liquor?
very nice one. No, it's
No,
not liquor.
It's not liquor.
Even though you picked it, it's not liquor.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I can't remember. It's not like a regular kind of name. It's
Yeah, it's like a
contrived.
fancy. It's
Yeah.
fancy.
It's fancy.
Pinky's out, SpongeBob. It's fancy. Yeah, I can't remember either. But go to Dee Dee's Lights.
I'll have to take a picture when I get home. Just so I remember.
DeeDee'sLights.com. I could always look at mine when I get home. I've
That's
got
what
a
I'm
whole
saying.
case of them.
Because you always ask when I'm not near my candle.
Well, we're not. Do we have them here?
No, I said
We have
at
'em. I
home.
gave them to Madison. Madison had the.
Yes,
I
you
gave
took
you
'em
that
home.
the candle. You said you liked sandalwood better than the other one. We're trying to think of what the other one
Yes.
scent is.
I feel like it was like your signature scent. Is that a thing?
Do I smell like that
Like-
candle?
So
I
it
hope
did-
not.
it did say
it,
so if
you
it starts with
named
an
it
L,
or something.
it's liquor. Then
Oh, yeah, that's the case. It's Jack Daniels
It
flavored.
was definitely. It was more like a masculine smell. I gave it to my brother. He loves it. Actually, he likes it a lot.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now, I actually, and I'll show you this, producer Claire, the Tennessee Squire Association actually sent me a picture of my plot.
just
Not
was
my
telling
burial plot, but the plot.
your squire. I was just talking to the girls about that.
You told them I'm Squire?
Yeah, that you're a squire.
Yeah, they'll
because
probably
they
look
want
at
to
me
go to
with
Lynchburg.
much more respect now. I can tell. Look, these guys are just flabbergasted.
You're a squire.
I'm a Squire.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Squire.
Plus, he's been alive for 300, 400 years.
Yeah,
That's
right?
true.
Because producer Claire said I fought with George Washington,
Yes,
That's right.
we're
You
in this-
crossed the
also-
Delaware.
Also in the Civil War,
Civil War.
but going way back, he was the waiter at the Last Supper.
That's right. He
That was me.
Yes,
Yeah.
and he's been around.
and he's still waiting.
Unfortunately, hey, you know who the cook was at the Last Supper? Keith Richards.
Oh,
Keith Richards was the cook at the Last Supper.
And Willie Nelson was the waiter.
Good thing. Probably. Tyndall Road Brewery, located at 102 Farnsworth Avenue in Bordentown City, New Jersey. They are the official beer provider. And since we will be creating an event towards the end of,
April.
well, April, no, because you can't make that one.
I
you said.
can.
April 24th?
Yeah, I suggested that one.
Okay. Or maybe it was the 19th.
It was the 18th and 19th. I'm available.
You're available. Okay. All right. So it might be next month. We're planning that. Oh, boy.
just like this show.
Yeah. Well, this is all. You know what? You know what, Frank? This is all Paul's fault.
Yes.
Because Paul actually called me and said, basically wanted to know what he could expect on the show. And I was like, I have no idea. I don't know what to expect on this show.
Expect the
Did I lie to
unexpected.
you? I don't lie. I didn't lie to
No.
you, did I? See?
Kind of wing it.
That's it.
There's definitely winging it going on here.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
I
this
can
is
see
a
that.
this is a tightly run ship,
Yes.
scripted and rehearsed.
Yes.
Really?
I guess. So yeah, Tyndall Road Brewery. We will be picking my next beer.
Ooh.
Yes, and then it'll be up on the menu as Danny's pick. Last time I picked, it took until beginning of January for it to run out. From Thanksgiving till the beginning of January. It was the jalapeno stout.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
My ex's soul.
My ex's soul. So I can't wait to hear what this one's going. But
She always
yes,
comes up with good names.
That's it. Correct. And Sinister Footwear. Go to sinisterfw.com. Check out the hilarious, funny, crazy, fantastic socks that Tina sells. And use the promo code DCR Socks at checkout, and you will get 10% off your order. SinisterFW.com. That's it. Oh, and we're at the 2-track studios of Deko Entertainment here in the hinterlands of the Sourlands. And Frank, did you? I was glad to see you made it here. That Frank, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
He was
Dan.
with me. I know he was making it here.
I was waiting to be recognized.
There you are.
It's
Frank
a pleasure
Adams,
to be
there
here.
you
It's a
go.
pleasure to meet you, and to be with these fellows. Tom, I know about his work collecting history of music in Trenton, and Paul is a recent friend. And
meeting.
Frank, I've known him since the Last
Yes.
Supper.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was the maitre d'.
He was trying to talk Judas out of going. He
Mm.
wasn't- yeah.
But he had to do it. It had to be done.
Somebody gave him 30 coins.
Well,
I know. I know what happened. How can they find out about us, Claire?
They go to dcror.com, which is the short link for Danny Coleman's rockonradio.com.
We have to update the website, I guess, a little bit.
Yes, we do.
oh.
No, we don't have any pictures of Madison or Bruce
I know.
or,
I know.
Deko, anything from in here.
That's true. I mean, I have them. They're just not on the website.
Oh, well, excellent.
I'll get right on that.
Yeah. I got 3 of my best men on it now. All right. Facebook, Danny Coleman's Rock On Radio 2. That would be the number 2. And Instagram, at Rock On Radio, all one word, all capital letters. So tonight, and he just introduced himself. I hadn't. Do you know why? Do you know why I hadn't gotten to you, Frank?
No, I have no clue.
Because I hadn't gotten to anybody yet, technically. But I'm going to make you first, Frank.
First?
Yes, you are Frank Adams.
That's correct.
All right, Frank Adams. We have Paul J. and Frank Pinto, along with our good friend Tom Krawiec, here on this week's Rock On Radio. Yes, and the throngs of people going crazy wild. So what's up, Ben? I mean, now I know you guys, the 3 of you, are here because, well, you and Paul did a CD.
Yes.
Yes.
And you and you?
And
The 2 Franks.
Paul and I.
And Frank and Frank?
and I. 2 Franks.
And I think we were both making the album at the same time.
Yes.
He would leave one house and probably go to the other house.
That's correct.
And he was saying, "I'm going to Frank's in
New Hope.
New Hope." I said, "Okay, cool." But I'd never met Frank.
You never met Frank?
No.
And
Oh,
then,
so Frank, these are 2 separate CDs.
Correct.
Yeah. And so Frank isn't on the one I did with Paul, and Paul's not on the one I did with Frank.
they're mutually exclusive.
Yeah. And we did. We were working on both projects at the same time.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you guys did yours at Riox?
No.
No.
Everything is well, go ahead.
Yeah.
Paul's got stuff.
We did ours at my house.
Okay.
I have a small little recording track.
And we recorded our project on the 2nd floor bedroom in my condo.
That doesn't sound right.
This is real.
Well-
Is this bigger than mine or smaller than mine? Oh, wait a minute.
Wait. Holy mackerel.
His room.
Tommy, the show writes itself, buddy. It writes itself.
Just an observer here
Can I
today.
go now?
That'll be our next contest. Is Paul's bigger or is Frank's bigger?
Well,
The
who did he go to
studio.
first?
Well, I think we started. I met Paul a couple years ago through the guitar player I play with, Richie Ziegler, and Rich and Paul went to school together.
Elementary
So
school.
yeah, they came out. Paul and Diana, Paul's wife, came out and they seen seen this play. I met Paul, and we just started talking, and one thing led to another, and I started going over there. Well, actually, I had him come to my house first, and I had a couple songs that needed help. So that's how that got started. And with Frank Adams, he knew my sister. He knows my sisters, and he came out. What was that? Hopewell Valley Vineyards.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know, we got to talking, and the same thing kind of happened. We just started writing. And I'll tell you, this one song on the CD, it's called Sunflower Man, about Van Gogh. I never had so much fun writing a song in my life.
Oh, I'd like to tell that story.
Yeah, we just kept, we were sitting there, we were just throwing lines back, cracking up, like for who knows how long, to write this song. And we were just writing the song, but it was fun.
Well,
That was-
may I
Oh,
explain
yeah, go
real
ahead.
quick how that happened?
Go ahead, Frank.
I went down to the Shady Brook Farm.
Wait. But then I'm going to tell you which one's bigger. No.
We never did get that answer. Did we?
Go ahead, Frank. Yeah.
All right.
Tell him about Sunflower Man.
So I was at the Shady Brook Farm,
Yep.
which is over there in Newtown area.
Newtown,
right?
Yardley
and
area
I went
there,
there
yeah.
on a Saturday morning specifically to photograph sunflowers in the sunflower field. It's huge, a huge field, right? So I have my Apple phone, and every time I wanted to take a picture of a sunflower, I'd hear bing, and it's like, what is it? It's Frank Pinto. And so I was like, oh, well, just open it, close it, okay. Go down here, taking a bing. So after the third time, I just texted him and I said, Frank, I'm in the middle of a sunflower field and I can't answer your text right now, but I will when I get home. So fast forward, I get home and I open the phone and it says voicemail, right? Oh, no, voicemail from Frank. Okay, well, I hit it, and it's Frank, and he's going, I am the Sunflower Man. Hey, that could be a song.
That's how most of the CD got written.
And
Now-
I said, it could? All right,
Just think, Frank.
All right.
Just think. If you had thought ahead and just turned the volume off, you wouldn't have heard the dings.
But wouldn't have had the song either.
Yeah.
That would thank you, Tommy. That was going to be my.
That was a setup.
But then you wouldn't have this song either. I have that same issue whenever I'm trying to do an interview, and I'm doing an interview, and somebody will either call me or text me, and it's usually on vibrate my phone for that reason. But if you're doing an interview, like I'm in the middle of transcribing something for my column, and you do that, I have it on vibrate, and you just hear bzz, bzz,
Oh, that's the other one.
The distraction.
bzz, bzz.
Yeah.
And you
What?
lost.
And it's like, so now I can't use it as a podcast too because I got all this background noise.
Wait,
It's like,
you could avoid that if you just didn't have the phone with you.
well, that's the problem. See, I always forget to turn my volume off because when I turn my volume off, that doesn't happen. Just
Guilty as
pointing
charged.
that out. The man was trying to take pictures of sunflowers, and Frank kept interrupting him. Now they
Yeah.
got a top 20 hit.
Yeah.
I just put it in airplane mode.
That's all.
Yeah.
There you go.
Then they can't find you either.
You could do that.
Well, he sent me a picture, this field of sunflowers. It was, actually pretty, it was beautiful, beautiful picture.
Speaking of sunflowers, Claire, tributary of the Mississippi,
Is the Sunflower River.
it's the Sunflower River. Another massive festival in Clarksdale, the Sunflower.
That you're going to miss.
Probably.
Clarksdale.
No, that's later on in the year. I might have time, and
But Clarksdale, that's where Muddy Waters is from, right?
correct.
There's a Muddy Waters
We were there.
museum down there, right?
It's a
Yeah.
Delta Blues one. I mean, it's
Oh, his
Oh,
house.
Delta Blues, okay.
Yeah.
What was left of his house is actually in the Delta Blues Museum. in
Wow.
Clarksdale,
Yeah.
Mississippi. It's inside of it.
Yeah, that's on my bucket list.
That's cool. It was good. We went last year with the New Jersey. Well, they're going to go back again. The Jersey Shore
Foundation.
Jazz and Blues Foundation.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they take a trip every year, every other year.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. From around here?
Yeah, for Clarksdale.
How about
Along
that?
with Munchies for Madison, we should have had Send Danny to Clarksdale for the Juke Joint Festival.
How about that?
You didn't even get Munchies for Madison.
I don't know. I've been to my P.O. box. She brought her own Munchies. So,
She's smart.
and we have
Be
to.
like Madison.
I have to actually. Tommy Krawiec's here because A, I invited him, and B, he was kind enough to accept.
Yeah.
And he's also going to talk about the film a little bit. And,
Yes.
And Trenton Makes, which we are hitting heavy. Thank you, by the way, Tommy, for calling up Steve Trevelisa's show that
That was
evening.
fun. That was fun. I was Tom from Levittown,
Tom from Levittown.
and you guys are. Hey, I know that guy. That was great. That was
we
great
know
that you
that
guys
guy.
went on to do the show. It was great. Steve brought you guys on to highlight the
Yeah,
film.
I'm glad we could do it last minute
Yeah.
like that.
Did you clip anything? Because I recorded it. That's
Yeah,
I
I
didn't call
I,
in.
I recorded it too, but
Yeah.
it's on cassette. I could bang it to CD.
Yeah, he has it. No, I gave it to him.
Oh,
It's all.
okay,
It's all.
good.
Yeah, I did a
All right.
voice memo for him.
Yeah, I have it on digital.
She said, "I'm not calling in. I'm recording it."
What's funny is the last time we were here for the interview about the film, none of us had even seen the film at that
That's
point.
right.
So
True.
we had no clue what it was about. And stuff,
Right.
so.
Yeah, I
great.
figured I was going to wind up on the cutting room floor.
No,
and
you-
I'm in it
you
quite
were
a few
prominent.
times.
Yeah.
And thank you for the kind words in there.
I love you, man. You know that.
I love you too.
So, well, it's true. You know, Tommy keeps the history of the Trenton area music scene, and I think it's cool everything you've been posting lately
Yeah.
Digging deep in the archives.
because it's forcing people to pay attention. Essentially, all those old pictures and so on and so forth.
And it's neat that people are figuring out how to contribute things to me. I'm getting things in my inbox all the time, and I'm getting things that I've never seen before. So it's fun for me because now I get to experience some new stuff.
Now, if anybody's listening to this from Trenton or the area, and they have an old band pick or a tidbit, what do they send it to? How do
Just
they get it to you?
Go on Facebook, find Trenton Makes Music on Facebook, send me a message, and just take a picture of the picture, and I'd be glad to put it up there and interact. Everybody seems to be enjoying themselves getting all the
Yeah,
pictures.
you're getting a
and
lot
stuff.
of great feedback. I
Yep.
think it's fantastic.
It's fun.
Excellent.
There's a lot of people, bands, musicians, and everything that weren't brought up in the film because basically the film has two ends to it, obviously. But in the beginning of it, there's the thing about the Hunger 45 we did years ago, and then listen up to the new song, which gets just about everybody from that original 45 onto the new song, and that's kind of the bookends, and then you get history, Trenton music history, but not all of it because, geez, the film would still be running now from the first showing.
Well, Tommy was right when he said it could be a 6-part, 2-hour per night. And there would you'd still wouldn't all
Just
be
scratch
covered.
the surface.
I mean, Frank here and Paul were both in bands in the 80s and 90s, and
What if we hold Art hostage until he gives in to our demands to make this a 6-hour miniseries?
he probably could. He said he had 20.
He has enough material
Yeah.
that he can.
I'm sure
He
he
said he
does.
had 25 hours that he had to melt down to an
Well, like
hour.
23 of them were probably with Mary Muleiser.
Yeah. And Mary will be the first one to tell you, I talk way too much between
No,
her.
no, but
between
she's
her
got
and
that
I.
many stories.
She's got
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
But for anybody, for anybody who's listening, the film is called Listen Up, Trenton Makes Music. It's a documentary film by a gentleman by the name of Art Varga. And we've been showing it around different areas right now. So if you're interested in seeing a little bit of the history of Trenton music, that's what you're going to look for.
We've had 5 sellout showings, and there's one coming up on April 4th. It's a Saturday at the Man Cave in Hightstown.
Yeah, Randy Now's man.
Yeah, and that's going to be a benefit for Randy. So come on out. And then afterwards, Ernie White will be playing. Then we got a showing on April 11th at the Trenton Museum in Cowalder Park.
Ellerslie.
Yeah, thank you.
But
Ellerslie
better
Museum.
known as
Oh,
the
no,
Monkey
the
House.
Monkey House.
Don't say that.
As we all remember as
Right,
children.
because when we were kids, they kept live monkeys.
Yeah.
Joe Zook, if you're listening, I had nothing to do with this.
All me.
The opinions are that of the host and strictly the host alone.
So anyway, me and speaking of Joe Zook, me and him will be playing prior to the film on the 11th. There's tickets available for both of them, so you know what to do.
Okay, great.
Where do you
So-
get the tickets, Frank?
Well,
website?
Randy Cave, the Man Cave has a website.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's Man Cave NJ.
Yeah,
I wanna say.
I think so. .com or
Yeah, .com.
and the same thing with the museum.
Ellerslie, I think. Do you have to go through? Is it City of Trenton? Then you go to Parks, or
No, you just-
Easiest way. Just Google Trenton City Museum, and they have an events page, and you can go through.
Oh, there you
can
go.
get
Yeah,
your
that's-
tickets online
all right.
right
Yes.
there.
So okay. So Frank, tell me.
Hmm.
This is the first time we've ever met.
Mm-hmm.
The last time Frank came in, he brought Dave Hart with him. And he insisted Dave and I have known each other for since I was the waiter at the Last Supper. So I had to prove him wrong with that. So we're going to go on record. This is the first time we've ever met. So you live across the mighty river, right? In New Hope, Pennsylvania, I heard
live
you
in
say?
New Hope right now, yes.
Okay. Are you from the Trenton area
Yes.
originally? Or okay, where'd you
Yes.
grow up?
I grew up in South Trenton in Chambersburg
Okay.
on the west side of Broad Street. I was in the more Eastern European
Dutesville.
area. Home Avenue, Grand Street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
near Dutesville. Okay.
My
Ho-
father
Jersey
had a
home,
service station
Hancock.
on the corner of Cass and Grand.
Okay. Yeah.
And I went to the St. Mary's School down the street.
Mm-hmm.
And I have just fond memories. We used to hang out in Chestnut Park. We had our Schwinn bicycles,
Oh, yeah.
and it was a wonderful era. We'd go over across Broad where all the Italian restaurants were. And so I just have warm memories of Chambersburg.
This is a good intro to one of the songs that we're going to play off of our CD.
Oh, yeah.
In the Berg.
Right.
If you want to
Is that the name of the
continue,
song?
yes. If you want to continue talking about it, Frank, and
Sure.
then Claire could maybe play it. Is that good, or I don't want to take over the show?
It's your show now, man. Go, go right ahead.
All right, Claire.
It's ready.
She listens to you more than me anyway. So
Which isn't saying much.
Go ahead, Frank. I'm sorry to butt in.
Well, it's just about a guy that's in his room and he's in the Berg and he's just observing the changes and what's going to come around. I'm staring at the morning sun. I'm watching the sun go down. I've got my coffee, and I'm just having my Trenton dream about the Berg.
Well, Frank had this music that he laid down, and I came up with some lyrics
Right.
for it and passed it on to him. And most of what we did would work. It was funny how the whole thing came about.
well, what
Yeah.
do you play, Frank?
My first instrument was a guitar. My first guitar I won on the boardwalk at Seaside Park in 1966. I put a quarter on Mom. Aww.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Were they a quarter then, or were they still a dime?
Well, this is 1966.
Yeah, it was a quarter around then, wasn't
And
it?
Good
so-
stuff.
It was a quarter in the 70s. I remember
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yep.
Well, I know it was a cheap knockoff. It was a solid body electric. On the headstock, it said HEIT. I assume it came from Asia. I don't know. And I thought, true story. They also had amplifiers. And so that whole week with my mom, her sisters, my cousins, we hit that wheel. I want to get the amp. I want to get the amp. The last day when we were leaving to come back to Trenton, I put a quarter on pop, and I won the amp.
No
Yeah.
That is a fantastic
And
story.
rock and roll was born.
I'm telling you. And you can imagine, 10 years old, like my endorphins are going poppity pow, poppity pow.
Now, had you had an interest in the guitar at that time?
Oh yeah, and
okay.
and so I started lessons with a man who had worked at Roebling but played an excellent guitar. His name was Matt Haltmeyer, and he lived on Broad Street, South Broad, near Liberty. And he taught me the basics. We got our Mel Bay book.
Oh yeah, the Mel Bay guitar primer.
But music's been with me my whole life. It's been a central focus. I had to give it up for a while to go to college and get a real job. Because they kept saying, when you're going to get a real job? And I thought I better get one.
That destroyed me. That phrase destroyed me.
Yeah, sure.
I was going to be somebody, Frank.
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
So-
and then I
yep.
heard you need to get a real job.
Yes, Marlon, I remember. You know where that line came from, right?
No.
No? Oh, my goodness. I was going to be somebody. It's Marlon Brando.
Okay,
Contender.
never mind.
Could have been a kid.
Yeah. The fight movie. I thought you were talking about something else.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You sound like your mother.
Frank will do that to you.
Well, they taught me about footnotes, and I often forget to put the one or the two in. So I usually sound like I'm half nuts.
Well,
Fits right in with the rest of us. Not a problem. My new best friend.
Welcome to Rock On Radio.
well, you feel like tossing that tune on since we were talking about the
Yeah,
bird
we
and the
could do
bird?
that.
It's up to you.
Right.
Apparently not.
Oh,
You've
No,
gone.
apparently it's not up to us. It's up to you, man.
oh.
Well, I just want to say the technology today is amazing because I'm in my spare bedroom with this keyboard, and you're going to hear horns and you're going to hear all this percussion, and it's all basically sampled, and I have a library and I just feed it into this keyboard.
But Frank does play, besides the guitar, he plays the bass, plays the banjo. What else, Frank? You play
Plays keyboard.
keyboards, yes.
Most stringed instruments, except the violin. I was attracting too many cats.
And we didn't want it to eat the big fish in the pond either.
Oh, that's another good. Anyway, so a lot of the sound on this cut you're going to hear, it's going to sound really dynamic, but it's just a guy.
So this is the album with you,
With,
Yeah.
Frank and Frank.
Yeah, one of the albums that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a dual CD release party at the Starving Artists Cafe, June 29th, where we're going to do a set with. I'm going to do a set with Paul, and I'm going to do a set with Frank, and it's going to be a dual CD release party. So this song is off of the CD that I did along with Frank Adams over there.
And it's called?
The song or the CD?
Both.
The CD's called. He's
Pinto.
got Pinto Adams, but I wanted. He didn't want to do that. I wanted it
I was going to arm
Alpha-
wrestle him.
alphabetical.
Frank, I don't want to be first. Okay?
Yeah. And I said, okay, Frank, it's whatever you want.
You're
You
the
know,
guy
but-
who plays
Well,
out.
he could have like Pinto and the Beans or something.
Yeah. True. So anyway, both of these CDs, they're going to the one with Paul's on Deko. I got signed to Deko. That's a whole nother story. But both of these are going to be on Deko Records. But anyway, I think you're on, Claire.
The song's called In the Berg.
In the Berg, yes.
All right, on Rock On Radio.
Sitting watching the world go by, right on past my window, spending time still wondering I need to do. I'm staring at my coffee cup, maybe wishing I was you, sitting watching the sun go down. Here we go again. Whatever's left comes back around. How the story ends in the burn. Watching the sun go down. Here we go again. Whatever's left comes back around. How the story ends. How my story ends.
Frank and Frank here on Rock On Radio. So what's the name of the album?
It's called Pinto Adams.
Pinto Adams.
Pinto
That's
and
our first
Adams.
thing, yes.
Pinto and Adams.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
There you go.
Jeez.
Ampersand.
Can I have that for
Yeah,
references?
you got one
here
of those.
throughout the show.
You got to open it up to see the songs, though.
That's all right.
We're-
Oh, look at you,
Yeah,
J.B. Klein.
that's right. Yeah,
Took it in Lambertville.
that's right.
J.B. Klein, sitting out front of his music store, too.
Yeah.
See, if I did that, they would think I was one of them old antique statues sitting there.
Like the Indian in front of the cigar shop.
Speaking of Seaside, remember that bench on the boardwalk that had one of those statues sitting on it? And the
Oh,
guy had his arm around like this
Oh yeah, yeah.
back in the day? So, well, you know. So what's your
Frank sat
story,
next-
Paul?
Frank's that next to the guy. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's-
Anyway, Paul.
What is,
Born and raised in Ewing.
okay.
I'm living on the same street I was born on, just down the road a little further.
Okay. What section are you in?
Just off of near down by the deaf school.
Oh, okay.
And I started guitar. What?
Believe it or not, they've actually let me on Trenton Country Club a couple of times.
Okay. We used to play around on there. We used to sneak around.
That
It's a little
my boss
playground.
got me on. And since I haven't seen him in 5 years, I told you the last time I played Trenton Country Club. So go ahead. So I know where you're at.
Yeah. That was our playground, the deaf school, the country club. That's what you did all summer long, just play around in the woods and stuff like that. I started playing guitar late teens and was in a couple garage bands. Nothing too great. But after I heard the band Tangerine Dream, when I first heard a full Moog synthesizer, I immediately switched to playing keyboards. I just had to play a Moog synthesizer, or had to have that sound. And, you know, with Keith Emerson, Tangerine Dream, and some other bands like that, the guitar wasn't fun anymore.
So
But
is that
I
what-
went back to guitar too, though. I still play it. But
so do you have a staunch progressive rock background due to that? Or
Um,
what's-
Yeah, it's more, the Tangerine Dream stuff is more kind of ambient, cinematic kind of stuff, soundtrack kind of stuff that I've come around to play. But then I've joined a couple bands playing keyboards, and that's kind of what I've been doing lately.
I don't know if, since I know you have a very strong connection to Bruce
Yes,
here at
yes.
Deko, you'll have to ask him. I don't know if he knows the story, but if not, I will give me a call again sometime. I will gladly tell you the story. Recently, his cousin, Kenny Siegel, passed away. And Kenny and another gentleman were responsible for inventing the snarling dog wah pedal, the one that looked like a foot.
Mm-hmm.
And once he invented that, he went out to a NAMM show, and he was approached by Moog
Oh, really?
because he wanted to know what the electronics were that he used to get that sound out of that pedal. So he said this guy came up to him and just started asking questions, and Kenny didn't realize who it was. But have Bruce tell you this, if he knows it. If not, I'll tell
I'll
you. It's a
remind him,
Pretty
yeah.
pretty good story about that, because this was, I guess things he was looking for ways to improve the synth.
Yeah.
So you bounced around in a couple bands and.
Yeah, in the last band, it was in the early '90s. We were doing like '80s, when '80s hair bands. We were playing in the Trenton area, and we were playing in. We got more shows going in like the Levittown area, the Telford area.
Okay.
That kind of area, and we were pretty serious, playing a couple nights a week, and our big claim to fame is that we we weren't quite the house band, but we were playing at the Telford Inn quite a lot, and we got to open for Robert Hazard and the Heroes one night, and we all thought that we're gonna be rock stars after that. We thought for sure, but that didn't have it.
Well,
What is the name of your band?
We were called Bad Manners.
apparently the thank you, Frank. You beat
Yeah.
me to it. Apparently the escalator of life only goes so far.
Yeah.
Sadly,
Well, even
But-
poor Robert Hazard, when he got signed, they told him to get rid of the Heroes. They just wanted Robert Hazard.
Oh.
So, Bad Manners didn't have a chance.
but Robert Hazard wrote "Girls Just Want to Have Fun," and that pretty much, filled his pockets up for
Isn't that
the rest of his short life. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
It was originally written in a male perspective. A guy telling his father and mother, go out and all these girls just want to have fun, not getting anything attached to anybody, but these girls just want to have fun. And then it was brought. Rick Chertoff, who was their manager and the manager of the Hooters, was also doing Cyndi Lauper, so he brought it to them and they worked it out and presented it to
Yeah.
Cindy, and then they did a
well, that
a rewrite.
explains why
Rob Hyman.
Rob
And-
Hyman, but the other one, Eric,
Eric Bazillion.
yeah.
While they were both on that record. Yeah.
and why she also recorded Time After Time.
She
which
wrote
was
that
written
with
by-
Rob Hyman.
Right.
But
Yes.
isn't she from that area?
No, she's from Long Island.
Yeah, she's from New
from
York
Long Island.
somewhere.
I thought she was like a Philly girl.
And it's funny. I remember.
Maybe.
I remember the first time that they did a live broadcast with her before the record came out and everything, and they billed her as the god of rock and roll. And
What's that? What's
that
that?
kind of like as being a gaudy. She was a gaudy
Oh, okay.
dresser and a gaudy person. They called her the god of rock and roll, and that name just disappeared quickly as her star began to rise. They're like, no, she's more than that. She doesn't need a moniker.
I think
Wow.
she did,
Now-
did the music for Kinky Boots, right?
Yes. Yep.
Now there's something that's kind of odd and funny. Just how fleeting this business
Oh, sure.
is, which and will bring me to you in a second, Mr. Pinto. But how fleeting this business is, where one day, like let's take the Hooters, right? They open Live Aid in Philadelphia, JFK Stadium. How 120,000 people or whatever were there,
In
right?
the eyes of the world.
Correct. In the eyes of the world, the next thing you know, I'm doing a concert. I'm emceeing a concert for gun safety up in Ewing, across from Trenton State, the College of New Jersey.
Yeah.
And I get a tap on my shoulder. I turn around. It's Rob Hyman and Eric Bazillion. They're like, which way's the inside stage? And I'm like, you were just, 20 years ago, you were. So I took them, and it was the weirdest thing. Like, you never expect somebody to tap you on the shoulder, and it's them two guys.
They still tour just about every summer. They go over to like Germany and Finland and a bunch of different places over in Europe and still tour. And they did a tour of the U.S. With Rick Springfield and a package show and stuff too. So they're still very busy and they're still very popular.
Oh yeah,
and
their music's great.
Eric Bazillion wrote "One of Us." What if God was one of us?
Yes,
for
Joan
Osborne.
Joan Osborne,
just
yep.
incredible. Just they're great songwriters and always one of my favorite bands from back then. As was Robert Hazard.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And they were local too. Both of them.
I actually answered an ad to audition. Robert Hazard was looking for a drummer. And I answered an ad to audition, and we set up the audition, and 2 days before the audition, he called me. He says, I'm canceling the audition. We found somebody. Okay.
Oh, wow. What a drag.
I didn't even get a chance to go.
Yeah. Jeez.
But,
Anyway, we were in the middle of Paul. With,
yes, we were in the middle of Paul.
Because you played recently, you were playing with John.
I was in a local band around here, John Savage and Classic Rockers.
Oh, you do? Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was the
I didn't
keyboard
realize
player
that.
with him.
Okay.
I'd known John for a number of years. And mostly covered tunes, but we recorded, he's recorded a couple albums, all originals, and we did an album at Tom Riak's studio.
Very good.
So another Ewing guy.
River Lane. River Lane.
Oh, well now, yeah.
I'm
Thank you, Frank. Yeah, now I'm in a band called River Lane, and we're all original. They're mainly based out of the Lower Bucks County area. I'm the keyboard player.
Okay.
5 guys. We just finished recording an album with Tom Riak in his studio. In fact, this weekend we're going over the mixes, final mixes, and then we'll work on getting the CD created.
Does Tommy know that?
Yes.
Okay. You go over there.
Yeah. It should be Friday and Saturday. We should be going. Hopefully, that's all it'll take to go over the final mixes. But yeah, and some people have said we sound like the band. Some people have said we sound like the Eagles. We're like a blues, country rock type of sound.
Like early Jackson Brown, or what are we looking at here?
I don't know how. I've been having a hard time trying to describe us. A little harder edge than country rock, but not blues. But there's some blues influences.
Such as? Okay, we'll go with that one.
Yeah.
See, that's what makes them an original band.
Well, I was going to say, how about you just sound like Riverline?
Yeah.
Yeah, we really do.
There you go.
Each of us, there's no one that kind of stands out. We're all together. We make this really nice sound. That I went to one practice and I was hooked as soon as I heard the music. I was friends with the lead guitarist for years. He was bugging me to join, and of course I was with John's band, and then I didn't have time, but it's a really good sound that I'm just fell in love with.
Oh, great.
Yeah, they're a very good band.
Well, and that brings me to you, Mr. Pinto.
Oh, yes.
As
Now,
I
am I
said-
too loud?
I'll take care of that.
Okay.
And if she doesn't, I will.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can't help it.
I'd rather be loud than less.
Okay, and I am loud.
Have anybody here seen the movie Better Off Dead? John Cusack?
Probably.
80s grade B thing where he's got to
Maybe.
ski to K-12 because his girlfriend left him, and he's like trying to commit suicide throughout the whole movie. Jumps off a bridge but lands in a garbage truck. You know, one of them hokey 80s movies, right? Well, there's a scene where he gets a job at a burger joint, and the guy that owns the burger joint is Porky from Porky's.
Yep.
Big old gruff guy, and he's making hamburgers to the song is Van Halen's Everybody Wants Some. And he's flipping burgers, and he's like, and he's raising the spatula up to the thing. For those of you watching on radio, I was raising the spatula up to the ceiling, and he knows what it is. Oh. And that's what it was essentially like. When you're creating these things, and you, my friend, have been creating for a very long time.
Yeah.
Which goes back to what I was saying before about longevity. So, and now you're involved with both of these gentlemen.
Yes.
Well, which album was finished first?
I think Paul, the one with Paul, I believe. We think we got that
we
finished.
got the physical CD first, but I think Frank was final mixing his shortly after. We were neck and neck there, I think.
Okay,
the race.
Both projects at once.
Right.
Now, and the reason why Tommy's here is because you are the focal point of much of the Trenton Makes music.
You
film.
really think so? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Wouldn't you say, Tommy?
A big portion, yeah.
The-
Yeah, I'd
Well,
say
you
so.
wrote the theme song.
Well, yeah,
You
the
wrote-
songwriting of the two songs.
You wrote
yeah.
both songs,
with Dave, along with Dave, yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
You narrated-
Tommy, you and Tommy are pretty much and Ernie are pretty much the focal point of the movie.
Well, he did.
I think it
I
divides up pretty well. I think, yeah.
I think it was nice when Frank did the little car tour.
Yeah. You like that, huh?
that was fun.
was-
That was Art's idea.
My-
yeah.
That's where you were highlighted.
My
During
my
the
wife
tour.
was thrilled that her car got in the film. She's
Oh,
that's
really?
a car.
But that was nice.
And
But
Art
I
did a
appreciate-
fantastic job.
I appreciate that, though, Danny. I just don't feel.
Well, you could tell you were part of it, and that
Yeah,
your
yeah.
thoughts
But-
and you and Tommy were both
Yeah.
inspiring for
Now,
that.
I appreciate the fact that you said that. So.
Well, here's how I see it, as and I'm kind of an outsider looking in when I say this. You were in Deja Vu
Sure.
when I met you at the age of 18 at the Manor Hotel, right? At the Manor Hotel.
Yeah.
First time I ever go see Joe Zook is at the Windsor Manor on 130 in Heights.
A lot of manure back then.
Well, that's because the bars were, they were lousy. Let's put it that way. Crappy.
With a name
So,
like Manor?
Windsor Manor, yeah.
If you think they'd be stately,
Stately.
they were rated by the
They weren't-
Stadies.
They
More
weren't.
like-
They weren't stately Wayne manner. As
No,
in-
that is
Yeah,
true.
both of them were pretty. Yeah.
So the first time I saw Joe Zook was at the Windsor Manor. And I was 18 years old both times. And then I was playing in a band called Backsteppin' at that time. And that's how I met you, because on the months you weren't doing the Manor Hotel, we were doing them. Or
Right.
Tech was a 7-piece band that used to, kind of like the Cop Shoe Bops, but they weren't. Oh, God, their names escapes me right
Bops?
now.
Oh, that Stormy Weather.
Stormy Weather
Yeah.
played
Yeah,
there
yeah.
a lot. Juki Sabo played there a
The
lot.
with the Bopsies and memories.
Right.
Yeah, you know, another guy, I can't think of the name, but Danny Kish played, and the dude that played the organ,
Yeah.
Tommy something or other.
Yeah.
I can't remember. And they had the lead singer, he played the guitar, and he was kind of big. It was like a 4 or 5
I didn't know
piece.
you were in Backstepping. I saw that name pop up on something I was getting ready to post for, and it was probably Manor Hotel, and it said
Yeah,
Backstepping.
probably.
So, what kind of music were you guys playing?
I was in Backstepping in a band called the Poor Boys
Okay.
back then,
And
in the 80s.
what was Backstepping? Oldies
Backstepping
or-
it was mostly 60s and 70s
Okay.
with some 50s thrown
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Our first set was a lot of 50s, like Elvis.
Yeah, yeah,
and,
yeah. How about that?
And then the rest of the night, as the sets went on, the music got more rocking.
Everybody
to
was
speak.
making a buck back then playing oldies.
didn't,
made a buck.
You didn't do originals like you did with
With Valhalla?
Tommy and.
Nope.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Gotta pay the
Nope.
bills.
And then after I left, when that band split up, I went on to join the Poor Boys, and I played with them for about 3 years, I guess, and they split up. I guess, or no, I left that band, and
Joined Robert Hazard.
Joined Robert Hazard there. And Bob Baru.
I think it's neat though, knowing these guys now. These two guys I just first met, Frank and Paul, and there's a history amongst all of them going back to those days and playing and everything, and the longevity that they're still putting out music and doing it themselves and doing a great job of it. I've listened to both of their CDs, and it's just great stuff to listen to. I'm a fan of both.
Well, why don't we play something
Yeah.
off of your CD?
All right, Paul, tell them about.
Which one do you want to start with?
Why don't you do run? Is it no?
No.
As good as it gets. How
Okay.
about that? This is a Paul song that Paul wrote. I played the accordion on.
This
Hey, now look out. So we'll let Paul
I'll
tell
tell
you
you.
about it, but the thing about you talk about the band, to me this has a real band feel to it. Go ahead, Paul, tell them the rest.
Yeah, thanks, Frank. Me and my wife go camping a lot through the summer, and one night we were talking about getting old, like most old people do. What else you got to talk about?
Does it count if she talks about me getting old?
It's all the same.
You are old. You're not getting
Hey,
old.
There you go.
And I went to bed that night. Nothing special. It's just a normal night at camp. But I woke up, believe it or not, at 1 a.m, and the words to this song were in my head, like I was reading a book. And I couldn't get back to sleep, and I got up. My wife said, "What are you doing?" I said, "There's this song in my head. It's never happened in my life." And I got up. I wrote a verse. I wrote a verse. I laid back down. And I couldn't get to sleep. I got back up and I wrote another verse because these words, it was like I was reading them in a book. They were there in my head. There's no way to explain it. And she was like, "What are you doing?" I said, I just, these words are in my head. I have to write it. So I did that. And in the morning, I wrote a chorus to it. And we went home the next day and I finished it like within an hour. I had the words, the music, everything. And it just popped into my head.
Where were you camping?
Jeez, we go camping so much. We have a small camper. I think we might have been in Virginia.
Oh.
We camp up and down the East Coast.
This picture, Frank, this picture just popped into my head, Frank, of him out there.
Sunflowers.
His wife sleeping, and he's out there around the dying embers of the fire with a flashlight writing down song music. And all of a sudden he hears, "Well, you ought to try rhyming this with that." And he turns around, and there's freaking Bigfoot standing behind him.
Oh, I thought you said that Frank was going to text him.
Yeah, right.
Where's Frank Pinto? Hey.
Hey, Danny, you got 3. I just got 1.
I'm trying to write a song there, Frank.
All right, so what's this song called?
So the song is called "As Good as It Gets," and it just is kind of a feel-good song that life is short, and you're going to get old, whether you want to get old or not, and you just got to enjoy every day.
And
Enjoy today, but hope for tomorrow.
it's in waltz time.
3-4?
Oh yeah,
3-4.
unknowingly we just kind of Frank liked it, and then when somehow I knew Frank had an accordion, and after we recorded it, I said we have to add accordion to this. I just could hear it in my head, and I think when we were recording it in my house, we were trying to come up with the beat. This is all done with drum machines, and unknowingly we did it in 3/4 time, which is not something I usually do, but it worked out perfectly.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
My best years are behind me, and I'll tell you the truth, I've wasted away most days of my youth. For better or worse, I have no regrets. I lived the best life I could, and that's as good as it gets. Live for today, but hope for tomorrow, and don't live a life in sadness and sorrow. Cherish the moments of good days gone by, because the years will wane in the blink of an eye. Put me to bed and turn out the lights and lock all the doors and wish me good night. Find me in the morning and make sure I'm up, and I'll start a fire and we'll share a cup. Live for today, but hope for tomorrow, and don't live a life in sadness and sorrow. Cherish the moments of good days gone by, because the years will wane in the blink of an eye. Someday when I'm gone, please take a look and find my picture in your memory book. But for now I'm still living, and I hope I'm forgiven for the troubles I caused from my lying and sinning. Live for today, but hope for tomorrow, and don't live a life in sadness and sorrow. Cherish the moment of good days gone by, because the years will wane in the blink of an eye. Live for today, but hope for tomorrow, and don't live a life in sadness and sorrow. Cherish the moments of good days gone by, because the years will wane in the blink of an eye.
All right. There you go. In 3/4 time, Paul Stewart and Frank Pinto with the album that is called Another Day, Another Song. We also have Frank Adams here, who succumbed to Pinto's demands and made it Pinto and Adams. So I know it took a lot for the two of you to be in the same room. Frank.
Otherwise, it would be a damn Pinto.
Quite frankly,
There's two.
See, Frank, it happens, man.
It's okay. I like it.
So, yeah, you guys are in the same room, given that Frank, put his name first. Their partnerships
We just
have been...
I'd stuck with alphabetical order and kept it simple.
Wow.
Well, speaking of this and speaking of both CDs, we got, like I said before, we got June 26th at the Starving Artist. It's going to be a release party for both.
June 26th or 28th?
29th.
29th.
wow, there's 4 different.
What is
dates.
it?
26.
Right by.
26. All right, you
The
said 29th before.
did.
Oh, boy. Well, see, I was wrong.
What is
And it's even written down.
It's 26.
It's a
June
Friday night,
26th.
June
it's your birthday.
26th.
It's his birthday.
Oh,
That's
well,
your birthday.
we'll
It's your
see you
birthday.
there.
It's your birthday.
We're going to do a set. I'm going to do a set with Paul and a set with Frank. Now, besides that, we have 2 other dates at the Starving Artist. You can write on your calendars, August 21st and December 18th. And the times are from 6 to 8 and all at the Starving Artist. So that's a paid political announcement.
And you've endorsed it?
Yes, I endorse it.
Okay. Now, the whole reason I talked about longevity is, and the fact that I met you when I was 18, is that, and part of the premise of the film, Tommy, is that these guys are still making music 40, 50 or more years later. And Frank, I'm just curious your thoughts, and it doesn't matter. All three of you, I get all three, and all four of you actually. Your thoughts on this, because granted, one of the things that Tommy's been doing recently is posting the old or pictures of the old night scene, Duffy's column, when you would open up the Trentonian newspaper, and there would be, the centerfold, both sides of nothing but places, and sometimes it would go more than 2 pages.
Oh, yeah.
Of where bands were playing or who had entertainment or whatever. Now, beforehand, and since especially since the COVID pandemic, we tried to name one night. I think on here we had you got the Roost in Cream Ridge, you've got Pete's, you've got
Nottingham,
the Nottingham Tavern,
Bill's.
you've got Bill's Old Tavern,
Cooper's.
Yeah, right. Cooper's Riverview.
Patriots
Tiernan Oak.
Crossing.
Ivy.
The Ivy doesn't have bands
Not
anymore.
anymore? Not
The
anymore?
Ivy Inn in Princeton has bands, but they use mostly DJs. Tiernan Oak.
But the winery now, what's neat is like the wineries are doing stuff in the afternoons and the evenings and everything, so you don't have to go out at 9:30 at night for those of us of a certain generation.
Right. So you have wineries, you have breweries, right?
Yep.
So you have 10 to, let's say, 15 will be lenient.
Plus you could stretch out too. Go up Stockton way, Lambertville at Todd's.
But for our purposes, Frank,
okay.
what I'm saying
Local?
here, locally, now, like I just said, you would have 3
One page with 15
business
on a page.
right.
And I'm going through old ads for different places, and they'll be like, music 7 nights a week, 7 nights a week, and bands. We're not just talking like a solo act, 3 nights and a band on a weekend. Like the guys would set up on a Thursday and play till a Sunday, and everybody was getting paid. Everybody was making a few bucks.
Yeah.
That was always fun when you could set up on a Wednesday or Thursday and you play till Saturday. That don't happen.
At the Manor Hotel, you played there all month. So you loaded your equipment in that first weekend,
band.
and you left it there until the last time you left.
Oh.
Just like for me, I just had to take cymbals home. I was ecstatic.
Yeah.
I'd throw a big sheet over the drum kit. Everything was fine.
And I was working days, and I was the sound man roadie for the band, so I was setting up. I was there first, I was there last,
Right.
So to get in on the place on a Friday at 4:30 after work, be able to go home, shower, and then not have to take it down till late Saturday night. That was
the thing of beauty,
man. That was great.
So back then you had all those spots, but you had the bands to fill it. Today we've only got 10 to 15 things within this small Mercer, Monmouth, Burlington, and across the river, even in Levittown, where you've got so many spots you can play, and yet you've got I don't know how many cover bands, or the Cool Cricket is another one, vying to play in these. You've got more bands than you've got bars.
Right.
So when we were young and performing and playing out, we didn't have those issues. It was just a matter of where we wanted to play.
Sure.
But I think there's more of a shift now because not everybody is playing out, but more people are able to make music because the technology has finally gotten to the point where they can write original material and record it in their upstairs bedroom and put out a product, and then so they don't have to be out at a club, pushing it on a Wednesday night, playing music and everything.
Well,
so,
and you could do it online too. You couldn't do that back in the day.
But so you have you don't have the live aspect as much as you had, but I think there's still a strong aspect. If you want to make music, you can make music and put out a product very easily at this point.
Sure, you can put any kind of product, downloads, whatever you want it to be. But that connection is gone. Now, you guys have been playing in this area for, you said you got a guitar in 1966. So, the first gig I ever did was with Valhalla. I was 13, almost 14 years old. Okay,
With-
we played a wedding. We played, the boxer Kenny Bogner, his sister Evelyn, or as we used to call her, Evelyn, was married. She got married, and she asked us if we wanted to play at her wedding. It was a backyard reception. We sat there. We knew 7 songs. We hadn't even been together like a month. We played Proud Mary 7 times.
That's how it works.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then in high school, I played like Carnegie Hall, but then when I was 18, my first bar gig that I ever did was the Manor Hotel.
Right.
But then from there, it's just a matter of playing. And that pretty much, like we used to, then me, Tommy Glover, and Joey Kilday used to play
Sweeney's.
Gersh's, Sweeney's.
Right.
But they did a lot of Irish stuff, so
Right.
the Hibernians, McManamans, so on and so forth.
McManamans has music here and there, too, these days.
Yes.
I played there a few times last year, and so that's another place that has music here.
And because of all these places to play and these gigs to play at and playing with all these different musicians, so that's how you got good. That's why there were so many good musicians, because a lot of times you had to be good to be up on that stage,
Kind of like the Invitational with John and
Yeah.
Peters. They won't let you up unless they know
you got
what you
cred.
do. Yeah.
Right.
But that's how so many why we have such a glut of talent from that era, is because there were just everybody was playing every night of the week. There was no,
Yeah.
you had to get better.
So I guess it's a testament to the three of you, and as long as you've been performing and being able to still thrive, because like here we are. I mean, when was the Last Supper? What was that? What year was that?
2,000 years
32 A.D. or so, or BC?
Somewhere around
AD?
33 AD if you're going to get
Yeah,
technical.
33 AD. Yep.
Yeah, something like that, right? So
A few days before Easter.
remember my donkey broke down, so we had to rent one to get there, Frank and I?
Yeah.
So we
And it was Palm Sunday, too.
probably.
Well, you gave Jesus your donkey to ride in to town, if you remember correctly.
Yeah, he didn't take it. He went to the supper.
Well, I think it was a couple days prior that he got on the
Got in town.
That was a week
donkey.
before.
Yeah.
Actually,
And they threw the palms down and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
that was Sunday. You were Thursday's the Last Supper, so.
Correct. Holy
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
would be,
the
yes.
week after, yeah.
So
God, they're good Catholic kids.
this is Rock On Radio,
I'm just a plain old Jesus
not the
freak.
800 Club or whatever that was with Pat Summerall. No, Pat. What the heck was that guy's name?
700 Club?
Yeah,
Was it
700 Club?
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
remember that.
Pat Robertson.
Pat Robertson, Summerall
Oh, that one.
for True Value Hardware.
Pat Summerall was Eagles football.
Sports guy.
Oral
It was
Rob.
CBS with John Madden. So
So what was your point about?
Yeah, where were we going?
you want me to remember?
You were asking
You
me
got me on
about
edge here.
how long ago
Waiting.
was year 33
Well,
Right,
AD.
so-
the longevity of
we've
of
been
these-
playing a long time.
We've been playing
Right.
rock and roll since
one way or the other.
33
because
AD.
right. So we've
Oh.
been. You guys have not only created. We're part of a massive. And I guess me too. I guess since I started
Sure.
playing in '81
Yeah, you're
in
part of
bars,
it.
we were part of a massive time in an area's music history where, like you said, Tommy, you could play 7 nights a week.
Sure.
And I guess maybe the old cliche, only the strong survive.
On my calendar, when in the 80s, there was a point. The longest stretch I played without a night off was 13 nights in a row, and one of them was a double. And I rocked right through it.
And bands today can't say that.
No.
And they're mostly cover bands, 99.9%, with the exception of Charles Larita and the Mischief and Honey Spot Boulevard, and if Ernie does anything original. There aren't a lot of bands doing original
I'm
material.
telling you, you got to. To me, it's not even. I mean, I understand it all, But to me, there isn't a reason to play, really, unless you're doing your own stuff. Really. I mean, I like covers. I like doing some covers. At this point in the game, when I play with the trio or duo or solo, I'm doing half my own stuff.
Yeah, that's what you were saying on
yeah.
the way here. We were talking
You're
about
getting you're getting half of my stuff. It's not, and if you don't want that, that's okay. I'm not in it for the money, I'm doing okay.
Can I ask a question about influences? Can I Frank Adams?
Yes, sir.
So it's 1966. You got this guitar and you got this amplifier. You're ready to play. What fed that into you that you had a desire to do that? Do you remember any? Like, I know February 9th, 1964 was the Big Bang when the
you
Beatles
bet
were
that?
on.
Yes, sir. The Beatles, right?
Yeah. Was that or
Definitely. I think yes, definitely. But I didn't play out. I played out, but not in bars. Like, I like the difference between a listening room and a talking room. So I wasn't a full-time. You wouldn't catch me in the newspaper with a band. Like, I would play with friends. I played in the Raggedy Band with Preston Harrison and Tom Floric. I played some folk gigs at Tiernanog with a guy named Pete Chambers, who passed away. Rest in peace, Pete.
John from the Record Collector's brother.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
was that his stage name, Chambers?
his stage name was
as opposed to Shrumbonis.
That's
Shrumbonis.
Shrumbonis, yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
Who wrote that great song? It takes a tough man to kill a chicken.
And
That's a good song.
I wish we had it.
I have some discs. I'm going to get them to you.
and Paul, how about you? Like, what was your time frame? What was your
late 70s. I bought my first guitar. It was Robin Trower, without a doubt.
very good?
You know, everyone was loving Hendrix.
Yeah.
But I wasn't a big Hendrix. I was impressed by Hendrix, but Robin Trower did.
What
it for
tune
me.
did it for you?
Bridge of Sighs.
Bridge of Sighs, yeah, I was
exactly.
gonna say,
That's what was going through my head.
That's immediately when you said that, because Two Rolling Stone is a great
Yeah,
rocker,
that whole
but
the
that
live
album is just
album, the
amazing.
Bridge of Sighs albums. I wanted to play. I wanted that sound, and it was a tough sound.
Yeah.
If you don't have a lot of money and you're a kid, you can't go out and buy
Yeah.
Marshall amps and Deja Vibes and distortion pedals and wah wah pedals. But I wanted to play Bridge of Sighs. I really did.
How about you, Frank? I don't know if I ever even asked you.
Well, with me, it probably started with James Brown.
Okay.
I seen him on TV. No, really, it actually started at a wedding. Me and my folks were at a wedding, and there was an oompa band there, accordion, and, Italian wedding band. I went over there. I sat next to them guys and just sat there.
Yeah.
My father had to come over and get me, drag me away from them. I got bit by the bug. I was bit, smitten. It was all over. I just kind of do it. I would see other people. A guy that stood up for me for my confirmation, Nicky, the son of Aby from Papa's.
Yeah.
Papa's Pizza on Tabor Street.
Yep.
Played the drums. I'd be down there, sitting down there just looking at him. He started with records. It was James Brown, seeing him on TV from the Apollo, the Beatles, of course. God, who else? And just as I rolled along, just everybody, Procol Harum, Traffic.
But it's like what gave that's the kind of stuff that this is what grabbed you, that immediate, that first
Something
thing.
pulls you in.
May I say, similarly, I had an aunt and uncle who didn't have children, so they would borrow me and take me out to dinner. And my Aunt Dorothy would always try to say, "Hey, why don't you get up there and if you go next to the organ player, you might be able, you want to sing a song, So I remember being at Buckley's, which was off of 130.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
imagine,
my Lord, you're going way back.
so maybe I'm 7 or 8, and I don't know. I loved music, obviously, but so I'm propped up on next to the organ player, and he goes, "What do you want to sing?" And it was, I'll never forget. It was Laura's theme, right? Somewhere, my love.
Wow.
Laura's team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there I am, like belting that out like alfalfa.
You kind of look like him, Frank.
And
Put that cowlick back.
I mean, it had to be.
That's amazing.
I don't want to do it for you right now.
Do you
The
remember?
Barber of Seville.
But so
yeah. We had Frank and I have a similar story. My mother's cousin got married, and for some reason they allowed kids at the reception, and I just the band at the wedding just totally enchanted me, and then I focused on the drummer,
right?
And at the end of the night, he gave me his broken sticks, and that was it, man. It was over.
Yeah.
I was 11.
That's it.
What about you, Tom?
Exposing.
He heard Valhalla at a gas
Oh,
station.
yeah, that's gas station.
That's something. For me, the radio was always on in the house. There was always a radio. My mother was always singing along to stuff on WTTM, and whether it was polkas on Sunday with Leon Furnell, or whether it was Del Reeves country records, or so there was always music around. I had older sisters, older brother, who played doo-wop records. He was a doo-wopper, and he was a hardcore, like rare doo-wop stuff. Older sisters that went through the Beatles. The other older sister that did the whole Doors and all that stuff. But Hanky Panky by Tommy James and the Shondells.
That was a good one.
Hearing
On
that on the
Roulette
radio
Records.
on Roulette, hearing that made me want to be in a band. And still, when I hear that song, just something about guitar, bass, and drums and a vocal singing about a girl. Like that was it. And I was 6 years old,
Right.
but that's what sold me. That's what made me want to be in a
Somewhere
band.
I have that 45.
I got mine, and I got to ask Tommy James. He was at the record collector for a book signing when his book came out, and I said, tell me about how you recorded it. And he told me he recorded it in a radio station after hours, and the guy, had regular mics set up. Was it just one mic? He said, no, it was a nice little setup and everything. I said, who did the guitar solo? And he goes, proudly, that was all me. And I thought that was because he was right there. Here was this older man going right back to his teenage, years, saying that was me. I played that, and I thought that was the greatest thing. Greatest thing. But yeah, so that's me. But I've always found it interesting where the influences come into musicians and what made you, what was the impetus of your start and everything.
There was so much in between. Say 1965 and 75. Oh my goodness, it was insane.
We were we were young at a great time because you had the crossover from the 50s and the jingles to
The Beatles.
to album oriented rock.
Yes.
Yeah. So we
got the
had
range.
we had the Tommy James and Moni Moni and Hanky Panky and Crimson and Clover, and then we had When the
Wooly
Levee
Bully.
Breaks and Woolly Bully. Right.
Exactly. That was another, But you think
Backstepping used to do Woolly Bully.
you had to.
And do you ever remember Little Red Rubber Ball?
Oh
Yeah,
The
Paul
circle.
Simon wrote that.
Yep.
10 points.
Yeah.
The line from
I
you?
was going to do that. I was going to.
And Paul Plumrai, his band opened up for the Circle at the New Jersey State Fair. That was
Now-
one of his
How about
things.
that?
And there's a gentleman who just passed away that I was very good friends with, and I've been in quite a few bands with him over the years. His cousin was in the Circle.
How about that?
His name, he went by Alvis, but his name was Al Schnitzer.
Yeah,
And-
Alvis, yeah,
Alvis.
You
How
know,
about
talking about all this, now you figure, when you're a teenager and in your 20s, you kind of want that, the record, the be on to get signed somewhere. So I'd spent a lot of time, like in the 80s, sending things to all the record companies, Columbia, this one, that one. Hardly ever got an answer back, tapes.
Oh, yeah.
Had songs, send them out. Had a guy that was interested in me back in 1981. '81, I was playing at Ringo's Inn solo, and this guy comes up to me, and in my mind I'm saying, here comes a big record producer from New York, right? And this guy comes up and he goes, you got any of your own songs? And I said, yes, I do. He goes, play some. All right, I'll play some. So I played a bunch and then went over to him during the break, and he goes, my wife's a record producer. Oh, yeah? He goes, yeah, she produced Meatloaf's album. So, bing, wrong. You know, I knew he was wrong. That Todd Rundgren.
Oh, yeah, Todd
produced
did.
that.
That's right.
Right? So he goes, my wife produced Southside Johnny. Bing! That's wrong, too, because she's...
Was Miami Steve produced that?
Yeah, Miami Steve. Yeah. So I'm thinking, like, okay. But he did put money into me. We went up to New York and did a solo demo, bunch of songs. Probably paid $500 for that in '81, which was
like 5,000.
Yeah, it gets better. You know, so he shops that around up there because he was into advertisement, and he won Clio Awards, which is like a Grammy in the music business. So I'm thinking, like, well, you know, here I am. What? 1981. How old was I? You know, I'm thinking like, hey, we might be getting there. Okay, look out, here I come. You know, and he comes back. He goes, well, because his wife was actually secretary for Lenny Pizzi, who was Epic's president. So he was going to him, hitting him. Do another demo. Put more instruments. So we go and we do a 4-track recording, which cost him another $500 or $400, and he shopped that. You need more instruments. So we go, and he goes to Tommy Miralda. So we recorded a demo, 5-6 song demo at Miralda's for $1,000. So this guy, you know, geez, you know, he's spending his cash. You know, somebody actually believes in what I'm doing. I guess, you know, because he's spent all his money. Money talks, right? So, but nothing ever happened. It was one disappointment after another. And so the last recording we did one song. I don't remember the price, but, you know, and it just was like, it just wasn't happening. And I had somebody take a song, a publisher take one of my songs. Same thing happened with that. So like the early 80s, I was doing it as my living and, you know, going for it. And I figured, you know, why not? I didn't have to work. I wasn't working. I was playing enough where I didn't have to
get a real job.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't get a real job till 1990. But anyway, yeah, because I just figured it was time to get out. And I didn't want to be 70 years old playing Brown-Eyed Girl at Millie's place with no teeth.
I've actually played at Millie's place.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. She was famous for her meatball sandwiches
on the big crock pot on the bar.
but she had put cheese inside the meatballs. But anyway, so you know the 80s.
What kind of cheese?
I don't know.
Do you know that
from under cheese?
Do you know that? Do you know that Millie is still alive?
Yes, she is. She's working at Home Depot.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there's this place I used to work out at Cream Ridge Golf Course, and I would drive home on Yardville Allentown Road, and there's this house, and there's always stacks of firewood for sale, $10 a stack.
That's her.
That's her house. That's where Millie lives.
She's amazing.
She chopped it herself.
I used to drive her nuts because I would say, all right, everybody get out. You know, when it's time to go, everybody get out. Me and Millie want to have sex on the pool table. You know. Oh, my God. So anyway, just, you know, I'm trying to work up to this thing. I'm trying to work up to that. So we go through that. I went to work in the 90s. I was playing in church. I turned around, and I was playing in church for the 90s. 2000s, I come back to the bars, and but you know, then nothing happened until 6-7 months ago. This guy next to me, Paul, sends one of the tunes off of our CD that we were working on. Now, granted, this song I pulled off of my cassette recorder with a guitar harmonica, and I said, Paul, do you think you could do something with this? Because I'm not going to be able to do this song like this.
Burden,
yeah. And he sends it to Bruce at Deko Entertainment, bringing us up to today. Now, Bruce heard it. Now, granted, like I said, it's on a cassette. We digitized it. Bruce said that he liked my phrasing and for us to come and see him. So we did. And now, not to drag the story out, that's all, signed on Deko Records. Now I got 2 of my CDs on there. Plus the CD with Paul. And we're trying to get Frank's on there. And one with Holly and the Headliners on there. But
Who's Holly and the Headliners?
that's with the CD that has Lisa Bushell on it. It's songs of me and Dave Hart.
Oh, okay.
And it's got Lisa Bushell singing on it. I sing a few. Ernie White, Jerry Monk, Tommy Rioch and stuff. So, but I kind of wanted to get the Deko story in because, here I am 70 years old and I'm a part of a record company, which Deko is affiliated with Warner Brothers Records. So it's like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You got the film. You got this. J.B. Klein wants to record one of my songs on his next CD.
And that's where I was going with that before, Tommy. Remember when you asked, now that that's come all the way back around, is the fact that as an outsider looking in, here it is, all 3 of you guys have these records out, and you got the film, and, Frank, you're going, and if you haven't seen the film, it's not just the film. You get a couple of these guys, like Jerry Monk has played a few, Frank has played a few, Paul Plumrie and Joe Zook have played. You've got local musicians that give you anywhere from a couple of songs to a full 40-minute set, either before or after the film, and then there's usually a Q&A, and you can just talk about things. So it's like, ticket price might be $20 or $10 or $25 or whatever, and it all goes to charity.
Yeah.
But yet you can find out about these things, and here you are, like you said, 70 years old, and you're still doing it. So why don't we do some more music before the
That's
hour
a great idea.
gets away
Sure.
from us?
How about Buddy Ricks tonight? Buddy Ricks was a bar in Trenton. And I wrote this song with Chris Barlow, who is a DJ, well-known DJ in the Trenton area.
Yeah, it's on that one.
Yes, it's on
Pinto and
the
Adams.
CD with Frank. But Chris gave me the chorus. He goes, I'll meet you under the pool table later. Buddy Ricks tonight. And that was Duffy's line. I'll meet you under the pool table. Buddy Ricks. So here's the song, wrote it with Chris Barlow.
And Buddy Ricks was on Elmwood Avenue over there. I played at Buddy Ricks back with Backstepping back in they decided to go away from jazz. But my neighbor across the street from me, when I was like 7, 8 years old, he'd come out and he'd say, I'm going out to see one of the best jazz guys around tonight. He was talking about Dick Grattan at Buddy Ricks. So, yep. So here it is. The song's called
My Buddy Ricks tonight.
Under the pool table.
There you go.
Buddy Ricks tonight.
Buddy Ricks tonight, man. That old place on Elmwood Avenue. And you couldn't even find Elmwood Avenue. Ran between Johnson and I can't remember what
I don't
the
know.
other street was.
You know what? I got a great story.
Norway, I think. Johnson
Yeah.
and Norway.
Yes. I got a great story about Buddy Ricks. One night I was playing in there, and the exhaust system was down.
Ooh.
And I believe it was in the summer. So it was still smoking in bars, and the place, it was just like a cloud, right?
Like John and Peters.
So,
Daddy G's and Levittown.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, gosh.
so I'm playing, right? And I played a harmonica. I start playing the harmonica, and this cloud of smoke was just coming down right into the harmonica. And if I take my mouth off, you can taste the nicotine. You can taste it. It was like, that's my Buddy Ricks story.
I remember.
Is it possible Buddy Ricks, prior to being Buddy Ricks, was Rush Young's?
Oh, Rush
That
Young's
I
in
don't
another
know.
place.
You talk about
I don't
Don
know.
Young's.
Don Young's.
There was Don Young's.
No, there was a
Young.
Rush-
No, there was a Russ Young's. Yeah, I do remember
Like,
that name
like
somewhere.
hard to find. Is it one's? Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it could
I,
have.
no, it's
I have a friend named Russ Young. You know who his cousin is?
No.
Or was?
Gig.
Queen Trinket.
She was a nice lady. She was a friend of mine on his paper route on Genesee Street.
There you
She
go.
was over on Genesee Street. Nice
Was she
lady.
an exotic dancer?
She was like one of the most famous,
Sounds
one of the most famous go-go
Cat
girls in
Lounge.
Trenton in the early '70s and stuff. She was
About
chit
It's just
chat and-
interesting that, again, I told you about my aunt and uncle borrowing me, and we used to go to Rush Young's, and I think it
You
was
sang
like
there too?
John, yeah.
He was on tour at the age of 7.
Come on.
Frank Adams.
You know that? Then in the Berg, I used to call it Botel, but it's Bothel, or there was a thing. They took me there, and Dorothy, my dear aunt, would give me a quarter and say, "Okay, go and put Chubby Checker on and do the twist for me."
Oh, God.
Now I'm sorry about this, but you got me reliving these
That's
moments.
okay.
Now I'm
Well, I used to have to do it too. That's
I'm
why.
6. I have a maroon blazer on, gray pants, dress shoes. Press the button, and I'm working that twist. And about halfway through, I'm like, "Oh God, when does it end?"
And you were 6.
And you hurled?
It hurt.
Did you hurl?
No,
Luckily,
it was
no.
just cramped. It was like I
At
was.
6 years old. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Let's twist again. And I remember it was the proprietor, Huck and Lucy. It's just all feathers in my head.
Speaking of feathers,
Had the best chicken parmesan in the Berg as far as I was concerned.
Come on, baby.
Let's
do the twist.
Round
on,
and
Frankie.
round and up and down we go. Yeah.
Your former drum teacher played with Chubby Checker.
I
too.
know he
Chubby
did.
Checker,
Kenny
yeah.
Chick,
Kenny Chick
yeah.
played with him,
Oh,
Oh, I remember
Yep.
him. Hearing
Yep.
it. Oh, you ever hear Kenny
Kill
Chick? Kenny
everybody.
Chick. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What do we?
well, we were going to play feather.
I'm sorry.
Are we
Feathers.
playing feathers?
Sounds good.
Oh yeah, this is from the chicken. Killing
Yeah.
the chicken. Well, go ahead, Tommy. What were you gonna say?
She's on it. I'll tell you. She's got the queen of segues over here.
Try.
Despite her numerous assaults on my age and hair and character, I
Just
find
speaking the truth.
Oh,
I find
oh
that she
there's
is
number 4.
she is the best producer.
You got a good one there.
I will readily admit that.
All right. Just making
Claire
sure.
don't fool
Smart
around.
man.
That's right.
Nope. Frank survived the ride with the two of us up here. He's good.
Oh, that was fantastic.
So what's Feathers? Which CD is that?
That's
Feather.
on-
That's
that's
on.
on,
Feather.
That's on Frank Pinto and Paul Stewart. Another
Yes.
day, another song.
Yeah, and that one just kind of wrote itself. It was one of them songs. I think it pretty much, took maybe a half hour. And,
I thought the album was done, and
yeah.
And you
I
threw him
got-
out,
he threw
and then
it
he
in.
came back.
It's like, what about
thank
Bob?
God it's over. No. And
Oh
then he says, "I got one more." I said, "Okay, well, I got one more too." But I feel like this is if there was going to be a hit song on the CD, this would be the one. And we brought in Joey Kramer to to play guitar, and he just killed it. It's phenomenal.
Joey is one of the finest guitar players you'll
Really
find
impressive.
anywhere. Yeah, you also had Jerry Monk on here, and Richie Z, Carmen Maranco.
Yeah, we tried to bring in some friends and make it a family affair there.
Carmen is doing the May happy hour at the Knot for me.
Oh, good.
Yep. Well, it's supposed to be Bud
playing-
Belviso, but he backed out on it.
Right, and I'll be doing a Tuesday at the Knot.
Somewhere around there.
May 19th.
Is that the next one?
That's,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, all right. And then Pete Tonti, Rich's son, on
Yes.
bass on a couple of these.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Feather?
Feather.
This is the hit song that will send us into stardom.
Yeah.
Think this is the one?
I think it is.
All right, well.
Frank's singing, I'm on keyboards, Joey's on guitar, and it's a really good song.
And we'll have Madison weigh in on that when it's all done. Exactly. So, all right, here it is, Feather.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Here's a song for the broken-hearted, for the ones who can't get started, and the ones who have departed. You can come home now. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. You can keep yourself from sinking if you have the slightest inkling. I can show you how. It could be from the weather, stopping you from getting it together. You and I could be birds of a feather. No stopping us from making it better. Just ask Eddie Vedder. You and I could be birds of a feather. Only time will tell if you will sell and make your quota. Another doorbell. I wish you well out there in Dakota. Been walking through days in circles. I look down and my legs were purple. If I could jump over this hurdle, maybe you could help me now. I look up at the steeple and I see so many people. Overcrowded can only be lethal with more than is allowed. It could be from the weather, stopping you from getting it together. You and I could be birds of a feather. No stopping us from making it better. Just ask Eddie Vedder. You and I could be birds of a feather. We could be birds flying high in the sky. Birds of a feather.
Feather here on Rock on Radio. Frank, do you have a website?
No,
for you?
sir.
You do not?
I'm webless.
You're
He's
webless?
webless.
Do you have a social media presence?
Yes.
Okay. How do they find you? If they want to purchase or listen to Pinto and Adams, where can they do so?
They get it from Deko Entertainment.
But it's not on there yet.
I thought I saw it the other day.
Oh.
I've been checking I haven't seen it yet.
No? Then I
See,
must have
they're
been...
probably at this present time, which they're trying to change. There's four items on each performer's thing. So, yeah, they're trying to work on that to have it on Deko.
Do you want to just give out your cell number? Or how are we going to find it?
It's on the poster, actually.
It's on the poster. Okay.
I found
Frank
him.
_Adams at yahoo.com, and we can shoot you one of those discs if you want one.
There you go.
There we
He
go.
is
All
on
right.
Facebook under Frank Adams.
Oh, all right. So there you go. Facebook. How about you, Paul?
Me and Frank, it is on Deko. Ours is on Deko. You can purchase it through there.
DecoEntertainment.com.
Yes. And I'm on Facebook. And the band I'm in, River Lane Band, you can find just Google River Lane Band, 3 words, and you can find us on the internet there. Oh, and I have a Bandcamp page.
Bandcamp or SoundCloud or anything?
I use Bandcamp. I have Frank's CD on there. I also have a number of my electronic music CDs on there that I produce and sell.
May I? I'm on Apple Music. I'm on
Okay.
like 12 through CD Baby. So, I mean, if you really want to listen to one.
Yeah, Frank's got a number of CDs himself, solo CDs.
What's the other one? YouTube Music and what's the Spotify, you know.
Okay.
But that's the stuff I've done without Frank.
Okay. Well, and there we're working on this one. And Frank, how can they find you, man?
Well, you got, first off, you can go to Deko Entertainment and pick up, I have 2 solo albums on there, plus Paul's, the one with Paul, and also Holly and the Headliners, which features a bunch of Trenton artists, and we're doing songs that I've written with Dave Hart. Besides that, I got a ton of videos on YouTube. My website is frankpintomusic.com, and also I have a whole bunch of stuff on Bandcamp, thanks to Paul over here. That's under frankpinto.bandcamp.com. So that's all my stuff.
All right, great. And Tommy, the film and your Trenton Makes.
So for the film, you could find the film on Facebook if you look for Listen Up, Trenton Makes Music, and I've been trying to update that regularly with where things are going. But we'll have 2 showings coming up. So if you're interested in seeing it and having a nice night out, April 4th, it'll be at Randy Now's Man Cave in Hightstown, New Jersey.
On Ward Avenue.
On Ward Avenue, right across from the diner. Great little store. The legendary Trenton star Ernie White's going to play afterwards. He's going to do probably a 45-an-hour set of all his original music. So I'm really looking forward to hearing it because this is one of these rare occasions. It's something he doesn't usually do.
What day was that again?
That'll be April 4th on a Saturday night. And then April 11th at the Trenton City Museum in Cadwallader Park, a place that used to house marsupials at one time, but a great night of music. And we'll be showing the film, and there'll be a performance prior to the film. Joe Zuckham and Frank Pinto will be performing.
More poopules. They used to throw it at you, if you recall.
It doesn't smell anything like that anymore.
I heard
it took him 10 years.
It is a
It took
beautiful
10
space.
years to get the smell out, I heard.
Oh, it had a smell that was horrendous.
It's a beautiful space.
Someone we were talking to said they painted it. It took 10 years.
Yeah.
I remember I went to see a blues and Trenton exhibit in there, and it was a hot summer day, and the sun was beating in on this one floor, and I walked by this one spot, and I just kind of stopped. I'm like, I thought I caught a smell of. So I asked the lady. I said, just by chance. She said, yeah. And when the sun's beating on the floor,
You can
it'll
still smell
still
it.
come up a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And they shut that down 40 years
Oh
ago.
my God. But no, but it's absolutely beautiful inside. They have a lot of art installed inside. They run different exhibits in there, so it really is a neat place to go.
Okay.
And as far as if you're interested in seeing some Trenton artists from the past, I've been posting stuff on my Trenton Makes Music Facebook page or my YouTube page, Trenton Makes Music on YouTube, and I've got a bunch of stuff of Trenton music from the past. So
if you want to see a show, this coming up March 28th, myself and Richie Ziegler will be opening up for Joe Zook and Paul Plumrai up at the Starving Artist Cafe in Stockton. Be from 6 to 9.
And your CD release party is?
Yes,
June
with
26th.
Frank and Paul here. We're going to do a dual CD release June 26th. It's a Friday night at the Starving Artist Cafe. That'll be from 6 to 8. I'll do a set with Paul and a set with Frank.
All right. I got to stop you there.
Okay.
What else you got, buddy?
Well, we got the three of us again, August 21st and December 18th at the Starving
At
Artist.
the Starving Artist. Fantastic. Okay. And we had Todd in here before you even opened the joint to promote it. So I'm so glad it's worked out for him. All right. Next week we have Roseanne Sparetta.
Yay.
Sounds like something you put on a hoagie. Sparetta.
Sparetta, yes.
Sparetta.
Don't Sparetta thing.
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much
you for having us.
for making the
Thank
trip
you.
once
Thank you
again.
very
Thank you, Danny.
2 brand new CDs, Frank Pinto and Paul Stewart, Another Day, Another Song, and Pinto and Adams. And Tommy with Trenton Makes Music. And producer Claire, thank you. Madison, thank you.
Hey, Madison.
As always. Until next week. Rock on!